Hello everybody, welcome back to the Forest Job. Today's game is going to be against Paris Saint-Germain in the second of 3 games in the International Champions Cup of Asia. Yesterday we beat CSKA Moscow 1-0. I'm still getting used to Data Pack 5, so forgive me for anything that might go slightly awry. I'm basically giving myself excuses as to why we can lose against Paris Saint-Germain today. Remember, if you're new to the channel, then you can subscribe and you can click the notification bell to be made aware of whenever you can see a new episode that's been released. And if you enjoy this video, then please do feel free to drop a like on it. It would help very much with the visibility of the videos as well as the channel as a whole. Let's move forwards to game day. We've just had another little bit of negotiations with Sporting about the possible transfer of Bremer. They came back with a offer that was slightly lower than I wanted, so I've gone back and said no, pay us more. And now we're going to just no, I'm not going to select a national team because it's a distraction. We're not doing national teams this year, perhaps next year. Yeah, so we're just hoping for a better bid for Bremer, and hopefully that can all be sorted before the start of the Premier League season. Don't really want him to be left rotting in the reserves because we're not going to use him. As we click on next match, and now we can look at the game plan, and we can see that well, we've got some selection headaches, haven't we? Tonali and Sailmakers will come back into the team, and this time I think there's no need in having a goalkeeper on the bench. Sailmakers can come in for... Who can he come in for? That's a very good question. Should we throw him in for Ait Nori, and then Frimpong can cover left back if needed, and Sailmakers can cover right back if required. As far as defence is concerned, we'll give Hoogma a game next to Worrell, and we may bring Albiol on later on in the game to see what he can do in the right-sided mid defence role, I should say. Anything else that we need to really worry about? Not particularly. I'm going to take another look at our advanced attacking instructions. Centering targets definitely works for us because we do get a lot of crosses in there. The false winger, I'm not so sure that's really working for us though. I'm going to turn that off for now with the potential for moving back to attacking fullbacks. Our fullbacks do tend to attack naturally anyway, so it's not such a concern for me right now as we kick off and get into this game against what is a truly stellar cast of footballers in the ranks of Paris Saint-Germain. This is going to be a very, very difficult game for us. It would have been a difficult game this time last week, but of course this week we're dealing with the uncertainty of a new data pack and the changes in gameplay that brings with it. Here we are at the Estadio de Escorpio, and we get kickoff this game. So Camavinga with the ball to Zafuk, and immediately Paris Saint-Germain are pressing the bejesus out of us. We're going to have to be very clever with the use of the ball. It's going to be all 1- and 2-touch passes, I think. And hopefully that will go out of play. No, Saint-Maximin, who has moved from Newcastle to Paris Saint-Germain. I think that happened a couple of seasons ago when they were relegated from the Premier League. That's good play from Hernandez. Puts pressure on the fullback and forces another throw-in much higher up the pitch. Could be tempted to bring Saint-Maximin in for Nottingham Forest. It's a player that I do very much admire. It's a Fook. Hasn't got any support on this wing, although Kloschek has made an intelligent run on the inside. Camavinga takes one. Oh, it's just gone wide. It rippled the net, and I thought for a second it had crept inside. It's an excellent shot from Camavinga. The only thing wrong with it was that it strayed a little bit too far to the right. Goodness me, what a start that could have been. Fresh off his nomination as Man of the Season last year. He's taken it on himself to put himself front and centre in everybody's minds. Ruiz Atil to Dagba. Oh, that's good from Wilson. Hernandez looking for Arcas. Can't quite get there, but Zafuk should get there ahead of anyone else. And Arcas is in lots of space here. He'll get to the ball first as well. Played back to Zeyfouk, into the box. Nobody there. That's a real shot. Oh dear. I thought for a second Wilson was going to be caught on the ball, but we've gotten away with that one. Now is Wilson again. He's inside the box, crossing the box. Oh, I thought Hernandez was going to get his head on that. He did, but the defenders did enough to put him off, and it ends up going behind for a corner. It's a bright start from Nottingham Forest. Arcas with the header. Hlošek! It's a goal! A goal for Nottingham Forest. You can hear it in my voice. The aggression. Hlošek! I absolutely did not expect him to miss when that was laid up to him like that. He's got a neck muscle. He's got neck muscles like you read about. And he loves a headed goal. Look at the whip on his head as he heads that in. A superb take. Not one we worked on the training ground with, by the way. But there we go. You take your chances where you get them. 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. And it's been a very, as I've said, a very bright start. And hopefully we can maintain this going forward now as Mbappe picks up the ball in the central area. Plays it out to Dagbert. Now Verratti. Oh, Neymar's done well to turn away there. And we've done equally well to survive that chance. Busquets out to Wilson. Oh, Hernandez. Not what I wanted. I was hoping he might dummy the defender behind him, but obviously he was standing far too far away for that dummy to work. Ball up the middle, very unlike Paris Saint-Germain. Busquets wins it, plays it to Camavinga. Now Arcas. Hlošek with the ball, and he's got the pace that he should... Ooh, I was going to say, he's got the pace, he should be able to escape the defenders, but unfortunately it was their physicality that cost him in the end. Dagbert. Hlošek doing his defensive duties, which you like to see. I certainly do, at least. Attacking-minded players should still defend. They're playing with us here. Oh, that's a lovely take. Hernandez into Arcas, out to Hlošek. Two players around him, and he's going to have to hold it up, unfortunately. Camavinga. Arcas. Hernandez looking to make a run. And the defender does well with it, and Rico picks up a ball under no pressure. And now, look how quickly they transition from defence to attack. This Paris Saint-Germain side. It's good from Camavinga. Unfortunately, Zeyfouk decided he wasn't going to chase it immediately, and the header goes just over the bar from Mbappe. Zeyfouk was caught a little bit flat-footed there, unfortunately, and it could have cost us, but fortunately it didn't. So here we go, we restart again. I'm just going to play one out to the right-hand side to Zeyfouk. It's Hlošek. Camavinga, nice run. Speaking of nice run, oh dear. I was looking for Hernandez and he passed it to Arcas. I didn't exaggerate the stick movement enough, obviously. Busquets filling in at centre-back. Hlošek. Wilson. Ribeiro. Can he find a cross? He can. Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez taken down inside the area. No foul, says the referee, but he was definitely impeded. That's good from Hlošek. That's what I wanted Hernandez to do earlier. Left-footed cross. Arcas with the header. And it's not going to beat Rico. That's it. Pressure, boys, pressure. Well, the half ends on a high. We're doing really well defensively. When they get the ball in and around the box, it is a little bit heart in mouth. But other than that, we've competed well. We're 1 goal up. There's nothing not to like about this performance. And I am going to give Albiol a half against this team. It might be a terrible, terrible mistake, but I'm going to do it anyway. And what else can we do? I'm going to give Nketiah a half. Hernandez has been good, but since he started scoring goals for us, Nketiah has been something else. He really has. Pardon my hiccups, by the way. I'm going to be dealing with hiccups for a half now. That's great. Klošek again defending by pushing high up. Arcas pushing as well, just cutting off the passing avenues, forcing them into these longer passes. Mbappe's in behind here. Nubel comes out. It's good goalkeeping by Nubel, fulfilling his role as a sweeper keeper. Busquets. Ah, no, not the pass. Never mind. Here's Neymar. Saint-Maximin. Lots of pace and skill and guile in this Paris Saint-Germain side. Oh, that's a great save. It's a great save. It's a brilliant take by Mbappe. Lovely attacking movement by Paris Saint-Germain. And Nubel is able to turn it around the post. Look at that movement from him, and the take with his right foot just to open his body up for the shot on his left. Nubel with the save, as I said, and it's going to be a corner kick, which we must defend. Obviously we must defend it, otherwise it will be a goal, and nobody wants to be conceding goals in this game. Hugma, good header clear. Wilson chasing the ball out of his box. Neymar with a long shot, a hopeful shot. Camavinga's got it somehow. Klošek trying to make a way through. They're spreading the play really well here at PSG. Into the middle, Albiol heads clear. Ah, nearly. Oh, it's come clear for us anyway. Arcas is clear of the defenders. Yes, he is. And it's a second goal for Nottingham Forest. Lovely play. On the break. Good awareness by the team. Just enough pace in the legs of Arcas to keep himself clear of the defender. He knew he was last defender as well, so he couldn't do anything dodgy. And then Arcas just opens himself up and places it to the right-hand side of the goalkeeper. And Nketiah doing absolute bits. Just making himself a bit of a hassle and forcing the ball out. And that's the result. A second goal for Nottingham Forest. And a very, very happy manager as Diallo comes on for Dagba. I don't know if that's going to be at right back, but we're going to make some changes anyway, so we can have a look at their formation. Yes, Diallo will be playing at right back now. And actually, is there any changes I really want to make? Wilson's not necessarily done much this game, so Malejo will get a chance out on the left-hand side. I would like to give Frimpong some game time as well, so looks to me as though Frimpong will come on. And who's going to be captain? Well, Nubel can be captain, I suppose. Or do we give it to Arcas? Yes, of course we give it to Arcas. Why wouldn't we? A player who's been with us since the very beginning, who came through the ranks of the youth team and became such an important figure in our title-winning season. Victor Malejo, he might have the pace on Diallo, you know. Into the box for Nketiah, and he just can't get his head on it before the defender. But again, the break from Forest is very impressive. And I think, oh, hello, that's very nice from Neymar. I think we're going to watch a replay of that because I think he intentionally dinked it into the air so that he could play the volley. Let's have a look. As Mbappe plays it into Neymar. Now let's watch Neymar here. So the first touch puts it into the air. Then he dinks it up into the air on purpose. You cheeky bastard. And then knowing who's around him, he opens his body up, holds the man off, takes the volley. And unfortunately for him, we've got a goalkeeper who can actually catch a ball. So that's a real shame for him, but what a lovely thing to see. Frimpong. Arcas. Oh, Hlošek's in behind here. Nketiah's in the middle waiting for it. And the pass is absolute dog shit. Well, never mind. At 2-0, I can afford to laugh at these things. Ball played forward. Hugma underneath it. Wins the header. Falls to Verratti, the shortest man on the pitch. And when you're playing against Eddie Nketiah, it takes something to be christened the shortest man on the pitch. Ball over the top for Malejo. He's on it. Hlošek again. Crossed in. PSG defence starting to creak under the pressure a little bit. Oh, that's a very fortunate bounce for them. Could have resulted in a break. Malang Sarr to Verratti. Out to Hernandez, the former Bayern Munich man. Oh, it's a great save. What a save that is by Newell. Watch the replay in full just to admire the reaction speed of the big German. We really are in trouble if he gets injured. And now a corner to be taken by Neymar, right-footed, out-swinging. And it's a short one to Diallo. Plays it centrally. Verratti might look to drive one here. No. Maximan. Herrera. Sarabia. And it's the tamest of shots once again. PSG really have been let down by some very, very tame finishing. And that's a very tame pass. Oh, Busquets doing really well. Tonali's going to have to work hard to become first choice in this team. Malejo in behind. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh. Just knocked off his balance again. But there we go. Final whistle goes. A 2-0 victory for Nottingham Forest. They're rolling now. Hlošek in the 14th minute with an emphatic header. And then Arcas in the second half to finish things off on the break. With a very cultured finish for a man who a lot of people would have expected to play more of a central midfield role, but he really is exceptional as that link between midfield and attack. Tripping over my tongue once again, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so there we go. That's the end of the game. We had a really good time of it. I never felt like we were up against it, but looking at that, Paris Saint-Germain definitely had more shots. Of course, a lot of them were long-range efforts. Our defence doing their job admirably in stopping the short-range efforts. Just have to wonder, under more pressure, when it actually means something, could we get this kind of result against PSG? good all-round ratings for the players. Very happy with those. And Ajax once again with, well, I mean, they're just scoring by the hatful, aren't they? So match day 3 really is going to be do or die, all or nothing, because as you can see from the league table here, it is Ajax leading the way with 6 points from 2 games and a goal difference of +7, while Nottingham Forest are just behind them on 6 points and 3 goal difference, as we've only really... We're scoring enough to win, but we're not exactly free-flowing, free-scoring. Moscow and PSG are going to have the 3rd place playoff in the next game, and that game will come tomorrow, Wednesday. So make sure to join me then, when not only will we see footage of Ajax versus Nottingham Forest, but we'll also find out who the 3rd best team in this group of teams is. And shockingly, it's not going to be Forest. Well, I mean, that is a surprise. So anyway, make sure to join me tomorrow when we will find out who will be the winner of the International Champions Cup. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's nice to test yourself against continental opposition before the meat and potatoes of the Champions League starts in full. Of course, this will be our first Champions League ever as a club and our first top-ranking European competition for decades, I think 40 years, perhaps even longer at this point. So make sure to join us tomorrow. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.